Hey guys, it's Tarek with MaxWaxPacks.com, and I'm doing a video. This video is actually separate from all the other openings that I've done. We had 4 cards come in today, but one of them in particular has got my attention, and so I just did the video on the 3. They all came with these eBay authenticity, the boxes. You all know what these are, and so does this 4th one, by the way. Okay, but here's the catch on this one. There's a little difference on this one. So the story behind this, and I'm doing this video, and I want to make it clear right now that. I have no reason to think that the seller is involved in anything shady by any means. Okay, I've looked at his feedback. I obviously looked at the feedback before I even made this purchase, and the seller had 100% positive feedback. He hadn't done a ton. I mean, it's not like there's a ton, but let me make sure. He's got maybe 196, I think is what I'm looking at on the screen. I'll show you guys in a second, but I mean, they're all 100%, and he's been dealing with people. Some of the accounts that he's bought from or sold to are the ones that I've also dealt with. So his feedback was good. The quality, the stuff he was buying or selling seemed to be good and legit. But here's the deal. There was something about this particular eBay item, and it caught my attention, and I wrote him, and we all know what's going on. This is one of the 1984 45-star Michael Jordan, the new rookie card, I guess, how they want to do it, where PSA finally agreed in June of this year to start grading them, right? So all the values went through the roof. Well, this gentleman had one listed, and I checked, and I looked at the listing and looked at everything, and it was not listed as a reprint. This is listed as an original. And since it came with eBay Authenticity Guarantee, I'm like, okay, great, look. Instead of me having to worry about this being a counterfeit card, and based on, and I'll be very honest with you, based on the seller's feedback and his history of purchase, buying and selling, or what have you, I had no reason to think he was trying to pull anything by any means. If I did, I wouldn't have even played with this. But I thought, well, this guy's history is legit. I can't imagine him risking it to try to sell something that's counterfeit. And I also expected eBay to do their part. And this is where things get a little shady. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, and the box has arrived. It finally arrived. It's sitting right here. It's unopened. I'm going to open it for you. I'm going to explain to you what happened. And I'm making a video. This video is definitely going to log what's going on because I don't know where I'm going to file the complaint yet. I don't know if I'm going to file a complaint yet. What I do know is that eBay is very shady about what they're doing. And if anybody's being a crook in this deal, it's going to be eBay and their authenticity guarantee, because it literally seems to make absolutely no sense at all, because we don't know what they're guaranteeing. So, and I'll explain to you in a second. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Let's see what we got. And then I'll go over what eBay sent as well, right? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to do it live so that this way there's no question about what's going on. It's labeled box number 4. That's how I knew it was this one. Let me go ahead and open this up. It arrived yesterday. So here we go. Okay. Here's the first thing I get before I go anywhere else. Now here's what came in there. So there's no one of those hard bound, like what you get out of these things, right? When you open eBay stuff, you get one of these. Yeah, there's none of that in this box at all. Okay, but here it is. Thank you for choosing. Unfortunately, your item is not eligible for authenticity guarantee and could not be authenticated. It was miscategorized and does not qualify for the program. We apologize for the inconvenience. To learn more about that, this is a guarantee visit eBay, blah, 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 blah. Thanks a lot for nothing. This is a crock of shit. I'm just going to tell you flat out. It doesn't make any sense to me, all right, at all, that eBay can tell you that they're going to use authenticity guarantee, and then when they receive an item that's miscategorized, and I'll explain to you what they mean by that, because I have to write them and go into a chat with them, because they don't tell you. This is exactly what the email tells me. It says miscategorized, but does not tell me what that means, right? So it leaves me hanging. Now, one thing about eBay that makes no sense at all is that I ordered a card about a month ago. There was another card, and it was I think it's a Kevin Garnett. It was labeled to be a 1-of-1 logo man Kevin Garnett. I have it sitting over here somewhere. That went to eBay authenticity program, and they wouldn't authenticate it. And they kicked it back to the seller and refunded me my money immediately. I contacted the seller. I'm like, listen, eBay's an idiot. I know the card's legit. I still want to buy it, and I bought it, right? eBay didn't discuss this with me. They just shipped it back to them and canceled it. So what gets me is under that condition where it didn't pass, they sent it back, and I got my money back. And then I contacted the seller, and I still got the card. But under this one, the difference is this time they're like, hey, listen, and this is on the highly copied card, right? This one here that I'm about to open. They're like, we couldn't authenticate it, miscategorized, but you're still going to get it, and you're not protected, right? They're just like, that's it. And I'll explain to you the not protected part when you look up the authenticity guarantee, but it makes no sense. So this is nonsense. And eBay's, honestly, to be honest with you, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I agree. I think eBay should be sued. I think that there's a class action coming against eBay for the fact that they put this authenticity guarantee nonsense out there, and they literally don't do it. So what they do, and I'll be very honest with you, is It seems to me, and let's just open this. Let's open it. Okay. Here's the card right here. Okay. This is the Michael Jordan number 101. I guess this is how it came to eBay. I assume this blue tape was on here from eBay. I mean, from the seller. Sorry, I'm just looking at the card. I mean, this is my first time to see it too. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and put this under the camera here to my left. Let you guys look at it, okay? I'm gonna leave it in its holder for now. So here's what we're gonna do. Take a look at this. So here's the card. Okay. I think I get these crosshairs out of here. Maybe I can. Let me see if I go under settings. Don't I have a crosshairs option? Yeah, there. Off. Okay. Snap a photo of that. Let me go ahead and, there we go. Now these little flakes here, I'm sure they can get cleaned off. I don't really feel like taking the card out. Okay, so what we've got here, let's go ahead and open this up. Let's go to pictures, camera roll, and then let's look at what we got. There's the back. It should be the back. There it is. And let's look at the front. Okay, now that you've seen it, I've tried to show you guys all around the card. Now let's head on over to our eBay seller, okay? So I'm gonna just click on something here, try to open a card that, let me see if I can open this image here. I don't know if it's gonna let me see if I can. I wish I had a better picture. Let me see if I can find somebody with a better picture at least. I'm focusing on certain parts of this card. One of the things that I'm focusing on, that I'm looking at, right, which I mean, is outside of the color, because of the fact that in person, I don't know if my camera doesn't pick it up well, but in person the card is, like, I could look at this card and I could say it's pretty red. I mean, I'm seeing it as red, but when my camera gets it, it's not. It looks like a little bit more orangey. What I'm looking at right now is the print, the letters and the type, things that I notice, for example, right? You see how this A has no point, and this one does. You see how, if you were to look at this, let's go back here. See how that A is perfect? It's like a triangle, right? See how this one isn't? See how the R here, I mean, it's everything's symmetrical here. Here it's not. Let's see. The B, the letters on the bottom here look very bubbly and kind of a fatter, messier look. But again, I think that I can scan this and see if I can get a better image to compare to. But then let's just look at a few things here. I keep looking at this lady right here, and then I go over here and I think, okay, let's look at the picture. You see how this is all blotchy. This is not. Here I don't know how to, it almost looks like a water painting here, right? Look at this guy right here, right? For example. This, looking at all these people, we have definition here. Oh, well, here, this is a great example. Look at this guy right here. Here, this area of his face is almost blotched out. Or we right where the hand is there, right above where the hand is that I'm pointing, you've got a little sign of an eyeball, right? But here, in this picture, and I could back this out so we're looking at it the same way, it's definitely more detail here. We've got some color here as well. We've got a very dark spot here. We've got some definition here, whereas this ear almost explodes, like or whatever this is almost exploding off of his face here, off the side of his head. And so you can tell that you've got things missing. This is not the same clarity at all. Getting up to the pictures here, you can see on the shirt here, we've got some I don't know if that's a collar or a crease in the shirt, and here it's just a blotch. We don't have that. And if we back it out, you still don't have it. So it's not because we zoomed in on this one. I mean, just looking in general. All right, now I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this in here for the time being. Let me do this on camera, that way everybody can see what I'm doing. I'm going to just put this just for safekeeping because I'm going to send it back. Put this in here. I'm going to do that. Okay. There we go. Set that aside there. Now let's open our scan. See if I can grab that real quick. It should be in my folder. Let me find that for you. Okay. There we go. So here's the front. Now, because it's a scan, I can zoom in more. Okay. Sorry about all the little fibers and stuff that are on there. I'm gonna check something out here real quick. Okay, here's something that I can tell you for sure. And that is that these lines, this is exactly what I see under the microscope as well. Okay, so there are no solid lines at all in this card, okay? Which is why we cannot see a registered trademark symbol. It doesn't come through. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, for example, okay, so here's the back. Yeah, let's look at the back. Now, let's switch over. Let's go here. See how when you look at this card, this is white, okay? It's a solid white. Like, I mean, it's a solid white. I don't know how else to describe it to you except that it's a white line. You know what? Maybe I could do it this way. I don't know. This would be interesting to try. So let's try something here. Let's switch it out. Yeah, this is ideal. Sorry guys, it took a while, but here goes. So look, here's the Jordan card. This is perfect. See that? See all these? See those white? See those dots? Now you're seeing the reflection here because I put it back in the bag. But you see these dots? They're on the white. Now the card I was referencing is this one. See the white? There's no dots in this white. The white is white. There's no need to mix a bunch of dots here. Okay, let's go back to the Jordan card. Here's where the trademark symbol should be, registered trademark symbol. Look, see, we have nothing solid here at all. This is not a legitimate card. I'm just going to go around the card a little bit. I use this camera here to inspect circuits when I do soldering on small circuit boards. And so it does come in handy for stuff like this too, I guess. If there's nothing, this is all very, look. All right, so what we've got, and I'll put this card away, this was my reference card. Basically what we've got is, I do not believe, and I said this before and I mean it, I don't believe, oh wait, you know what? I wanted to see how our high res came. Oh wow, that's a big file. I'm gonna double click that real quick. Let's see what opens up here. See if I can zoom it. Yeah, I see, now when I do a high res, now you can see it. These are all the dots, okay? So this is what I'm seeing. I guess I could have done that at the beginning. And so we're clear, side by side, these are the same card. You can tell because if you look over here, for example, one of the markings on here is this little string, right? And if I zoom in, it gets really, really pixelated here. But when I go to the high res, you zoom in, you can see these dots, okay? I mean, it's just what makes up the white. You can see that there's no, you can't get a trademark symbol or copyright or whatever it is, the registered trademark symbol none of the letters are solid, which is why we don't have any sharp points. Stay squiggly right there. Anyways, that's what makes up the card. Let's go back. Okay, here's the order details. Okay, paid $2,500. And let's go to the item itself. So it is this is how it was listed. Beckett Grading said yes, football, wrong. Nothing here was right, okay? But here, this part was right. 1984, single, original, not reprinted, NBA, Sports Trader original, card number 101. Michael Jordan, 1984, Star Company, rookie card, okay? Now, this card did come with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. There it is, okay? So then there was nothing. eBay Authenticity means jack shit because they wouldn't authenticate it. Here's why they said. Miscategorized. Because it was labeled as a graded card and it wasn't graded, it was shipped to, I guess, their authenticity. I wanted to say it was PSA. I think it's PSA. And I think that's, sorry, I'm putting these things away. I think it's PSA that verifies the authenticity of any graded cards, right? And they said, well, because it went there and it wasn't graded, they can't authenticate it, so they sent it to me. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Right off the bat, if it says it's graded or it says it's not, and it doesn't work, why are you sending it back to me? Why isn't this raising a red flag and saying, wait a minute, this isn't what it says. Authenticity guarantee, can't guarantee it, send it back to the seller. They did it on the last card, but they won't do it on this one. So they sent it to me. So I wrote this eBayer 3 times. And I didn't hear back from him. Those 3 times I didn't hear back. Now, during this time frame, they're like, listen, once you get it, I talked to him, they said, you need to send it back to the seller. Then he needs to resell it to you again and then list it properly, and then send it to the eBay Authenticity for ungraded cards. So I said, fine. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here. Where is it? Where is it? I'm going to go over here at more actions, and I'm going to say I want to return the item. Now check this out. Okay, doesn't match description or photos. Next. Okay. The card that arrived is not graded, nor is it appearing to be an authentic original card. The card appears to be a reprint of the original, which I have detailed in the attached pictures. The seller has this card listed as original and graded, and both descriptions are incorrect. eBay was not able to authenticate the card due to the fact that the card was miscategorized. What, did I spell that wrong? Okay, let's see if I categorized as graded when it was not. Upon further review and inspection under a 200 times microscope, the card appears to show aftermarket printing that is not this one and this one. Open those. Then we're going to go to our screenshot. I'm going to open these. Put it back in here. Put it back in the box. Just like that. Close it up. Get ready to send it back. It is very disappointing, to say the least, but what can I do? So, with that said, I know that's an hour-long video, and I had to scan and get up, but the main thing is that I wanted to do my due diligence. Number one, like I said, I don't think the buyer, I don't think the seller knew. I don't think he did it on purpose by any means. And number two, eBay was kind of fishy about this, and so we're going to see what happens. Okay? But I'll keep you posted. Until then, guys, God bless, be safe, and most of all, have fun. Go spend time with your family. Talk to you soon. Peace.